Can we just take a moment? Seriously, can we just pause everything for a second and breathe a massive collective sigh of relief? If you're anything like me, your Friday nights are sacred. They aren't for clubbing, anymore, or working late. They are reserved for one thing and one thing only: a glass of wine or tea. No judgment here. And the absolute best hour of television on the planet. I'm talking, of course, about the Graham Norton Show. For months, literally months, there has been this low-level anxiety buzzing in the background of the entertainment world. You've heard the whispers. I've heard the whispers. The clickbait headlines that made my heart drop into my stomach. Is Graham quitting? Graham Norton takes a break. Replacement host announced. It was all becoming a bit too much, wasn't it? With Graham taking time off earlier this year for his first ever tour of Australia, which admittedly looked amazing, and the fabulous Claudia Winkleman stepping in to fill his shoes, it felt like the end of an era might be creeping up on us. We all know that chat shows eventually change hands, Leno to Fallon, Letterman to Colbert, but the thought of a Friday night without Graham's cheeky grin, that red chair, and his magical ability to make A-listers spill their deepest secrets, it was genuinely heartbreaking to consider. But today, oh my goodness, today's news has completely flipped the script. I am actually getting a little emotional just typing this because it is the kind of shocking news we desperately needed. It's not a scandal, it's not a tragedy. It is pure, unadulterated joy. The incredible news we've been waiting for. If you missed the headline because you were too busy scrolling past the doom and gloom, let me shout it from the rooftops. The Graham Norton Show isn't going anywhere. In fact, it is sticking around for the long haul. The BBC has officially confirmed a massive 3-year renewal deal that secures our favorite talk show through 2028. Yes, you read that right. We are guaranteed 3 more glorious years of the red sofa. When the news broke, I honestly gasped. Oh my goodness, I said out loud to absolutely no one in my kitchen, he's staying. Graham himself, class act that he is, commented on the renewal with his typical humility, calling it a privilege to continue. He said, "I'm thrilled that the BBC are allowing me to continue for another 3 years. The whole team is looking forward to bringing the world's brightest stars into the homes of the great British public. But let's be real, the privilege is entirely ours. In a world that feels increasingly chaotic and divided, Graham's sofa is this weird, wonderful sanctuary where Hollywood royalty, British national treasures, and eccentric storytellers from the audience all coexist in harmony. Losing that would have been a massive blow. Knowing we have it locked in until 2028? That is the best Christmas present I could have asked for, and it's only December 2nd. Why this felt so shocking? The fear was real. Why is this such a big deal? Why does it feel so shocking? Because, let's be honest, the signs were worrying. Earlier this year, Graham opened up about his health struggles. He underwent a serious shoulder replacement surgery to fix a painful issue that had plagued him since childhood. He talked about being in pain, struggling to sleep, and the long road to recovery. When you combine a major surgery with him stepping down from his Virgin Radio weekend show and handing over the reins of the TV show temporarily to tour Australia, well, the math wasn't looking good. It looked like a soft retirement plan. It looked like he was slowly easing his foot off the gas. And we would have understood, right? The man has been working non-stop for decades. He deserves a break. But deep down, we weren't ready to let go. That's why this confirmation feels like a miracle. It's a statement that says, I'm not done yet. It's a reassurance that despite the surgery and the schedule changes, Graham still loves this gig as much as we love watching it. The emotional roller coaster, tears and laughter. Speaking of reasons we need this show to stick around, did you see the episode just a few days ago? If you need proof of why the Graham Norton Show is the best on TV, look no further than the emotional whiplash of the last week. We had the incomparable Jessie J on the sofa. Now, I've always loved her voice, but I was not prepared for her update. In a moment that silenced the studio, she revealed that she has just recovered from breast cancer. It was one of those stop you in your tracks moments. She spoke so candidly, saying, "This year has been wild. I am good. I am just happy to be here." I teared up. I'm sure you did too. To see her looking so radiant and strong, performing HAPPI Live, while carrying the weight of that private battle, it was incredibly moving. It's these moments, these raw human connections, that make Graham's show more than just a promotional stop for celebrities. He creates a space where stars feel safe enough to drop the mask. And then, in true Graham Norton fashion, he pivots from tearful gratitude to absolute hilarity. We can't talk about the show without mentioning Miriam Margolyes. Just when you think she has told every shocking story in her arsenal, she drops a bombshell update to her infamous soldier in the tree story. I won't spoil the graphic details here. We're keeping it family-friendly-ish, but let's just say the audience, and poor Alexander Skarsgård, didn't know where to look. This is the magic formula. 1 minute you're crying over a survival story, the next you're gasping for air because an 84-year-old national treasure just said that on national television. A grateful heart. So here we are on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. The world is spinning, news is breaking every second, but this is the news that matters to my soul. I am grateful for the incredible news that Graham is healthy. I'm grateful his shoulder is healed and he's back to swimming in the Irish Sea. But mostly, I am grateful that for the next 3 years, our Friday nights are safe. We still have the red chair, we still have the white wine, we still have the best host in the business. It's astounding, really, how much a TV show can mean. It's a comfort blanket, it's a ritual, and knowing it's not going anywhere makes the world feel just a little bit brighter today. What about you? Are you as relieved as I am? Were you secretly worried that he was going to announce his retirement after the Australia tour? And seriously, how brave was Jessie J? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to go rewatch that Miriam Margolyes clip and laugh until I cry again. Cheers to 3 more years, Graham. We love you.